I don't know about you, but I often live in constant fear of just not being enough. I should be bigger, more, doing more important things than what I'm doing. Especially as a mother, I feel this way. I feel like I am more than just a mom. I have more to offer than that. I'm always afraid I'm not going to live up to my potential. And so I'm here today with a pick a card reading for how we can reach our potential so that we can get there, so that we don't have to feel this oh my gosh, I should be doing more for everyone. And I'm going to do a pick a card reading so that we can all find our way to the things that we're supposed to be doing and reaching our potential and higher self and blah blah, all that. That being said, I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle for us to choose from, and we'll go from there. All my decks will be linked in the description below if you want to get some for yourself. help them find the reading that they need. That's 3 cards. Serendipity, always good to see you. Co-create and imagine. Wow, big things happening here. Okay, I will show a photo of these so that you can make your decisions. We have co-create. We have serendipity. Always nice to see her. And we have imagine. Love that. Here is a photo of the cards so that you can make an informed decision. Go ahead and pick your cards now. And then at the bottom of the video or in the description will be timestamps, and you can go to your reading. So now is the time to choose card number 1, co-create, card number 2, serendipity, or card number 3, imagine. Choose your card now, and I will see you at your reading for how you can reach your potential. Hello, card number 1, co-create. Welcome to your reading. Great choice. My daughter loves this card because it has a cheetah on it. So know that you would be approved in her eyes. I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards for how you can reach your potential, and we'll see what they have to say, get a little more guidance from any other oracle cards we may need. Let's see where the reading takes us. Okay. How can they reach their potential? What do they need to know about their potential? Can they reach their potential? How can they reach their potential? Ooh. That's funny. Let's get something extra on that. So far we have the 7 of Coins and the Hanged Man in a funny position for this spread. We'll get there. I forgot what my 3rd card was going to be for the spread. Potential, how to get there, what you need to do. Next, Page of Cups. Okay, that makes more sense. Here is a photograph of your reading. And then if I add any more cards, I will include that in another I shouldn't have vocal warm-ups. Anyway, okay. 7 of Coins up here first for what you need to know about your potential. And what you need to know is that it's going to take a little bit of work and it's going to take a little bit of time. And I think that's what the Hangman is also here, saying that like this isn't something that's going to happen quickly for you. This is kind of a lifelong thing. This is something that isn't an accomplishment necessarily. It's an ongoing contribution. It's an ongoing thing that you kind of are going to find yourself doing, not kind of, definitely going to find yourself doing your entire life. It's not your destiny is to get this job and become CEO and then retire. Like, you don't really get to retire from your destiny. And I don't like the word destiny because it implies we have no control, and you get to choose. You can choose to follow, you can choose to not follow. Please keep that in mind. If you're like, this isn't jiving with me, then leave it. Take what connects, leave the rest, you know? A bit of a philosophy around here. So, 7 of Coins here, not only saying that this is going to take some time, but that you need to start working toward it now. You need to start planting the seeds now. Now is the time to start taking the steps. And we have the Page of Cups here, which is what you need to do. What you need to do about it. Well, not what you need, but your first step. Okay, so what you need to do is recognize that this is going to be a lifelong thing. Okay, so set your expectations for that, in understanding that this isn't something that you're going to realize and have done in a year. This is something that's going to be a life work and a life learning lesson, kind of one of those permanent student situations, which is great. Those are the people who make really profound changes, I feel like. So set your expectations for that, in that you are, it's not going to happen for you quickly. It's something that's going to just be ongoing for the rest of your life. And the Page of Cups is here to say to take that first step, especially with your family. I'm waiting to make sure that that's the right relationship that they are. The relationships in your life that are most important, you need to start there. So whatever it is, we're going to have to pull more, because I'm going to need to know a little more about your potential, and like specifically, maybe that's, oh yeah, okay. So basically you need to have this conversation that we're having now with your closest relations. So the people that you trust, it's time to explore this feeling that you're having with them. So what I'm saying is you need to start talking about the fact that you feel afraid of missing out on your potential, and that you feel like you're not going to live up to your potential, and you feel like you're kind of like wasting your life, whatever. However it is that you feel, you need to start talking about that, especially with your trusted people, you know, your partner, your best friend, whatever it is, your therapist, the trusted relationships in your life. You need to bring this up to them, and you need to let them know that you're feeling insecure about this. And their words, okay, they're saying their words. The words that they say are the things that are going to help you find your way with it. Whether they're giving you suggestions about what your kind of bigger potential could be, whether it's validation and they're also seeking the same thing, and you can start all of you exploring this together, or they just give you the advice that you need to hear, or they're going to spark something that's going to get you to your next step. Because the thing is, we don't need to know the end game. We don't need to know what the final thing is going to be, what the big whole lifelong goal thing looks like at the end. We need to picture that and what we think that might be for manifestation purposes and like helping the universe help us situations. But what we really need to know is the very next step. You only need to know the next step. You don't need to know it's at the top of the staircase. You need to know where the steps are. So this step and then this step, one foot in front of the other. And speaking about this with the people around you are going to be what will show you the next step. The first rung on the ladder is speaking to them about it. Telling them of your insecurities, telling them what you're hoping to become, telling them what you want, telling them you don't know and you're open to suggestions. Whatever it is you need to say to them, whatever you are feeling, speak your truth to them about that, and that conversation is what is going to lead you to the next rung on the ladder. Something there is going to enlighten that to you. I kind of want to pull something. Let's look at co-create. Let's look at the card that you chose, because I want to get a little bit of guidance on this potential, other than it's going to be a lifelong work. We're gonna pull one more tarot card, and I'll show you a photo of it when we get it. Okay, 3 more. Oh, hey. Okay, 8 of Cups, King of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. Ooh. That's a lot of cup stuff going on. Okay, so here's where we landed. with that. Okay. Okay, so here's what we have. We have the Seven of Cups here. Are these in the other order though? Okay, yeah, because they came out and I saw the Eight of Cups first, so we're going to start with that. That matters to me. Okay, so Eight of Cups definitely saying that there's some sacrifice that's going to take place from you. It's not, this is going to be a little bit of a self-sacrificing potential that you have in the realm of emotions and relationships and healing. I'm hearing healing. Relationships and or healing. So you're either somewhere your potential lies in healing, or your potential lies in something to do with people's relationships, or it is healing people's relationships. You are to become a marriage counselor. I'm just kidding. It could mean a lot of different things, but that's something you need to be thinking about. Is your potential is going to be a lifelong work, and it's going to cost you a little bit in terms of sacrificing. Do we know what they're sacrificing? Nine of Swords. It's almost like it's sacrificing security for you. This is the last card I pulled up. This is a card that comes with a lot of anxiety, like nightmares and these fears and these things that really freak us out. And it's going to come with that. So the thing that you're going to be working your whole life on this thing, but it's going to cause a loss. You're going to need to not really a loss. You're going to need to leave the stability of knowledge behind. So the stability of knowledge, meaning knowing what's coming next, feeling like you're in control. You know, it's almost like you're going to kind of feel maybe the imposter syndrome because you don't have the knowledge of being an expert, you know, or you're going to give up the feelings that like you feel like you have control over your life. Newsflash, no one has control over their life. But you may feel like you have control over your life, or you will feel like you have control over your life, and that is something you're going to have to give up. Things won't really be different, but you're going to feel different because you are going to kind of have to, I don't like the word surrender, but like the whole surrender to the universe, surrender to the flow, surrender to your potential. It's more like, I don't like the word surrender because that just sounds defeatist to me, and I know that that's just a personal problem, but it's commitment. Like you need to commit to the thing that you want to do and the thing that you want your legacy to be, and that's going to mean you'll have to give up your commitment to the control you feel like you have over your life. So be aware of that, okay? That your potential is going to come with that, and your potential is definitely in the realm of relationships. Whether your potential is to take your relationships to next level, or whether you're healing other people's relationships or constantly healing the relationships of the people in your life and being helpful in that respect. It's something with relationships and something with healing. It could be just healing. It could be just emotionally healing like that. And the thing is, lastly, we have the Seven of Cups here, which says there's a lot of options. Like this is something we can't narrow down any further due to collective and due to your own potential. So your potential is something that is like there's more than one. There are many ways for you to fulfill your potential and to reach your potential. Start with healing and start with relationships. And I think co-create makes a lot more sense to me now, the card that you originally chose, because this is saying it's not a solitary potential. It's something that will be collaborative. It's something that will be helpful to your circle, your world, or the entire world as a whole, the collective. It's not a solitary thing. It's a thing you'll be doing that will be helpful to others as well as yourself. I hope this was helpful for you. If you made it this far into your reading, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so with the link in the description below. Take what connects, leave the rest, and until we meet again, remember that we're all going to be okay. Hello, card number 2, Serendipity. Welcome to your reading. Here is how you can reach your full potential. Reach your potential. I've been watching too much Schitt's Creek lately. Everything turns into Moira Rose. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I was recording. Sometimes I just don't push the button. Okay, what do they need to know about their potential and how can they reach their full potential? Nice. What is the very next step they need to take in achieving and reaching their potential? Here we go. Okay. Okay, 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Sun. Here's a picture of your reading. If we end up adding more cards, I'll show you a photo of all of it. Don't you worry. First off, you need to know that you are getting in your potential's way. It's almost like you're stopping your potential before you're even letting it happen. Okay, does that make sense? Like you're like things may start to happen that will move you to the direction of achieving greatness, and you're stopping it. You're just putting the kibosh on it. You're new and just gatekeeping yourself. Let's not do that anymore. And it's just the Knight of Cups here who is saying it's time to move. This is an action card. It doesn't look like it because he's just sitting on his horse with his hawk friend. But this is move. Let's go. Okay, let's do the thing. Let's get to getting. That's how you can get to your potential, is straight up action, especially meaning water. We've got a lot of water going on in this whole thing, which can mean actual water and it is time to buy your sailboat, or this has something to do in emotionally in the realm of your now I'm hearing the word spirituality. This card comes up for me, this Knight of Cups, for spirituality a lot for me in my personal readings, and so a lot of times it means you are not exploring. You want to explore, but the thing you want to explore scares you, and this is not a scary thing. This is serendipitous. Okay, this is meant for you. And that's kind of why, because I will always say that what is meant for you will not pass you by. And that's why I say that you keep stopping it, not you have stopped it and it's over. You keep, no. Does that make sense? You keep stopping yourself. But the reason you have to keep stopping yourself is because what is meant for you will not pass you by. So this thing is going to keep coming around. It's going to keep coming around until you acknowledge it and until you start to move in that direction. So action is what you need. And the Sun is here saying that knowledge is what you need next. So maybe I am getting the sense that you're saying, okay, that's great. I don't know what to do because I don't know what my potential is, which is a lot of us are in that boat. See, he's in the boat. Get it? Okay. So that's fair. I'm going to pull some more cards so that we can see if we can get some clarity on what you should be pursuing. But just know that the thing that it is that is going to kind of lift your vibration and reach your potential and make you bigger and more than what you are now is scary to you. There's a fear that's coming with it. And that's, you need to do it scared. You need to explore it scared. So if it's a new idea or a new idea, that's all. I mean, everything is an idea at the beginning. That's what everything is at first. So whatever the new idea is that you're thinking maybe for you, but it scares you, you need to do it scared. Do it scared. Yep. Okay. What realm are we talking about here? What does our potential have to do with? I had a feeling it would be something along those lines. It's almost like I'm psychic. Can I get some clarity and specific on what kind of spirituality? What about their spirituality? It's your spirit. It's something about your spirituality. That's why we've got the Sun, and that's why we've got the Knight of Cups and not the Knight of Wands. It's because it's something to do with your spirituality. Oh, we have the High Priestess. That's why I know that. That's why nobody else is coming out, because it has to do with your spirituality. Something about your spirituality. You're meant to be doing more with your spirituality than you are. So, yeah, Six of Swords. Yeah, it's water. See this? Okay, this is what you're doing in the water, and you need to be leaving that behind. You need to row away, okay? We're gonna sail away from this scary thing and the stopping, okay? And I know that it's scary. It's not easy, okay? But we have the High Priestess. I'm gonna show you. So we have the High Priestess here, who is really, like, she is just the card of like high vibration potential for me. I'm seeing you be this spiritual being. Okay. Oh man, I don't like when they send me pictures, and because I don't translate them very well. Can I get words, please? I'm an air sign. But I am seeing big spirituality. I am seeing big spirituality. That's all I can say is it's this big spirituality. So the do it scared part is this may be unaccepted by the people around you. This may be something you didn't think would resonate with you. This may be something you think will be laughed at. This may be something you feel like you yourself just can't believe is a thing. You know, not something that's going against a core belief. It's not something that is causing resistance in the way that this goes against what I believe. It's not going against you. It's that you didn't imagine this thing could be possible, and it's like extremely possible, and your potential is to become that, is to become part of this impossible thing. And so it's really important for you to leave behind that limiting beliefs, the thing you're limiting yourself, okay? You need to explore these open waters and get out of this choppiness, okay? And you need to just move on to the open waters of what this is. And again, water, which can definitely, for me, it can be symbolic of spirituality. So something within your spirituality is going to be growing exponentially, and you're really going to become an authority on something beautiful within that. That's the best I can give you. I hope it helps. Please remember that you have serendipity in here, so that the thing that you're afraid of pursuing is the thing that will not pass you by. So it's going to keep coming around, and you need to kind of do it scared and be open to this thing of this new thing that is going to be really beautiful in your life, and it's really going to give you a lot of peace and satisfaction. Okay. If you made it this far into your reading, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you would like to book a personal private reading with me one-on-one, I've got links in the description below where you can do that. And I try to keep them affordable, so feel free to check that out. Take what connects, leave the rest, and until we meet again, please remember that we're all going to be okay. Hello, card number 3, Imagine. I love this card. It's just imagine. I love it so much. Welcome to your reading. Here is how you can reach your potential. We're gonna pull some tarot and see what they have to say. Okay. How can they reach their potential? Do they need to know about their potential? How can they reach it? Ooh, lots of people have lots to say. That's too many, my friends. Come on, we gotta keep it simple. I am a simpleton. Woo! There they are. Okay, we got some extras. Lots of people have lots to say to you. Okay, yeah. Oh, nice. Right on. Okay, here. These two are for the same thing. Okay. Here you can see we have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. All right, the first thing you need to know about your potential is that it's going to be brutally honest. And that may, oh, that's it. Yeah, I don't even need to draw further. Earlier I had to kind of draw further to get details, and your potential is so living your truth in a really big way. In a cutthroat way. And I don't mean like cutting people down. I don't mean that you're gonna be mean and that you're going to be insufferable. I mean that you are going to live in a way that is so authentic to who you are. It's going to just be so inspirational to other people. It's like why I have my crazy certificate. You know, it's just, you are just so going to be so free to be your authentic self that is your potential. Like your potential is this authenticity that will inspire people just to an unimaginable amount, because you will be living so true to who you are, and you will just know who you are and live who you are in a way that people are going to be in awe of, and it's going to inspire them to do the same. And that is so cool. So cool. So that's what you need to know about your potential. And the way to get there is to make the decision to get there. The Two of Swords here, it's almost like you're at a crossroads, okay? Where you need to live authentically or don't live authentically and do what you've been doing, which destiny, potential, all these things are choices. We are not beholden to them. They're not things that happen without our say, okay? This is something that you know what you can become. You need to choose to become it. That's what you need to do, okay? And the very first step in that will be the Eight of Cups here that says you need to leave behind what you don't need. That which doesn't serve you, we need to let go of what doesn't serve us. That's an always message that is good for everyone, all the time, everywhere. But I think this is saying you really need to leave your old self behind, because you've curated a version of yourself and you need to that out and really become who you really are. Right here is the beginning. This is the card of potential, the card of opportunity, the card of in a personal, passionate way. So in your personal power, in your passions, in your authenticity and inspiration. Okay, so it's like as soon as you make the decision to leave behind the person you've turned yourself into is when it's going to just ignite for you. And you are going to become the person you've always imagined you could be. And you're not going to be as unaccepted as you feel like you may be. I think that's important to note, and I think that's why we have the Eight of Cups here, saying that's the thing you need to leave behind, because people have expectations of you and people have their version of you. They have the version of yourself that you perform for them, that you project out for them, and that's what you kind of need to leave behind. It's not easy. It is not easy to stop caring what other people think about us, and I don't think you need to approach it from that perspective. I don't think you need to become, I don't care what anyone thinks, I do what I want. I don't feel like that is you. I feel like you are, it's not so much, it's that you want them to have a positive opinion of you, and you want to be accepted. So it's important for you to be your authentic self in a way that will, not even in a way that, it's important that your authentic self is accepted among your people, your circle, your world, okay? And that, I get that. I get that. I'm personally more in the camp of, let me prove to you how weird I am. But you know, I'm an Aquarius with an Aries moon, so talk about destiny. Anyway, I think that it does matter to you, and it can matter to you. People's opinion of you can matter. You're not inauthentic if other people's opinion matters. My words are getting tied up, but I want you to know that that doesn't make you like sad. That doesn't make you weak if you care about other people's opinions. That's just not true, okay? Other people's opinions matter. We have to get jobs. We have to interact with people. If you're a parent, goodness me, like you have to be interacting with other parents and teachers and all of these things. You know what I mean? Like it's just, we live in a society. We don't live by ourselves in the woods. If you do, you're very lucky. But that's not the world that we're in. We're in a world where people have opinions, and we have to work with that. We have to deal with that. Some people instantly rebel. That's not you. I'm feeling. If that is you, then this job will be a lot easier. You need to just kind of start doing it, and everyone else just be darned, you know? If you do care, which I feel like you do, this is a baby steps moment. Okay, so in this card, this is actually Moses, if I remember right, represented in this card. This is a folk tale, fairy tale, mythology deck. Okay, and so here we have Moses leaving his, if you have read the Bible or know the story, you know, Moses is leaving his royalty of Egyptian stuff that he's not, and going to his people, which is his truth. He's leaving behind all of this privilege and this glamorous, beautiful life for his truth. Okay, and that's kind of what you need to do. But Moses is not really far away. It's like Moses has just started, so it's baby steps. You're not ready to just jump off the cliff into your truest form of yourself and everybody else kind of be taken aback by it. That's not what you want to do. If you do want to do that, more power to you. You go for it. Please let me know how that. I love a drastic change like that. But I feel like you may not. That may not be your gig. That's not your jive. So baby steps. It's all about baby steps. Start speaking your truth when you like something, when you don't like something. When someone asks for your opinion, give your opinion and don't just repeat to them what you think they want to hear. Those are the ways to start. Also, I always say aesthetically is a great way to start. If you want to wear the funky earrings, but you've never worn them to work because you're afraid people aren't gonna, you know, be accepting, they're not gonna understand, wear the funky earrings with your regular professional outfit. You know, wear the shoes that are a slightly brighter color. Do your hair in that way you've wanted to do your hair. You know, those little aesthetic things are also a great way to do this. But baby steps. Find your baby steps. And my biggest suggestions would be to start with small style and aesthetic things, and if you're not into any of that, then start with your opinion. Start by speaking your truth in the little ways, in places where it doesn't matter. Where do you want to go for dinner tonight? Oh, anywhere you want. No, where do you want to go? I want Chinese food. Speaking your truth is a great place to start with those little things that that are seemingly insignificant, and then when the significant things come up, it will be easier for you to take the next baby step, which will be to speak your truth on the bigger things. And it's really gonna just explode within you. Your authenticity and your feeling at peace with yourself. It's like you feel at peace with those around you, but you're not completely at peace with yourself. And when you become at peace with yourself and you reach that full potential of authenticity, of brutal authenticity is the words they're giving me, is brutal authenticity, just this unapologetic, authentic person that you are, and people will see that and they will want that because you will be happy. And they're going to want a piece of that. They're going to want that for themselves. And that's where the potential comes in, is it's like you living your life that way is just going to be so incredibly inspiring for people. And so take those baby steps so that you can become that, because it's time to decide and it's time to do that. And I think it's great, just as a last note, that you chose the Imagine card, right? And like, you can imagine this for yourself. You can see it. You can visualize it. You can feel it, just being completely yourself and not apologizing for it and living your truest joy and all that out loud. And like, you can imagine that. But now you can decide to become that. And that's where you're at now, is you need to commit to yourself and to who you are, and take those baby steps to start initiating that. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm really feeling very bubbly and excited for you. This is really, really cool. If you made it this far into your reading, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you would like a private reading, I do one-on-one readings. There's links in the description below. And I try to keep them affordable. So go and check that out if you'd like that. Take what connects, leave the rest. And until we meet again, please remember that we are all going to be okay.